Romantasy tropes. Can't live with them, can't write without them. Today, we're giving some of the most popular tropes a friendly reality check. Now, I'm not here to knock any tropes or to tell you what to like. Tropes exist because they work. They give readers something familiar, something comforting. But overused or problematic tropes can weaken your story or even send the wrong message, especially when they oversimplify characters or ignore serious issues. My goal is to help you be thoughtful with the tropes you choose so you can write stories that feel fresh, engaging, and emotionally honest. In this video, I'll highlight some common romantasy tropes worth a rethink and share ideas on how to use them in new, impactful ways. Later in the video, I'll be calling out a popular trope that you might love, but I propose you avoid. So stick around because it's gonna be controversial. Before we get started though, a quick note. Most of these tropes tend to assume straight couples and classic gender roles, but that doesn't mean that queer romances don't play a role here too. But for consistency's sake, we'll focus on heteronormative couples and use that language. So keep that in mind as we move into the tropes. One trope that drives me crazy is the pseudo-medieval European setting. We do not need another sprawling kingdom with stone castles, forests that look suspiciously like every other fantasy, and nobles all wearing brooding expressions. Do we? It's comfy like a favorite pair of sweatpants, but it's also kind of boring. If you're writing this trope, that is okay though. It's a staple for a reason, but fresh takes include mixing in different cultures, imagining new types of magic, or building worlds with unique histories that surprise and delight readers. Challenge yourself to go beyond the generic. You might find that your story livens up in unexpected ways. Adding unexpected cultural elements or diverse world building can invigorate this classic setting and make your readers feel like they're discovering an entirely new world rather than an old recycled one. Next, let's dive into the ever-present age gap romance. Usually an ancient immortal man and a young mortal woman. This one is everywhere. It can be complicated because the power imbalance is huge, and let's be honest, sometimes it's a little eyebrow-raising, or worse, severely uncomfortable. If you're writing this trope, think about flipping the dynamic. What if she's ancient and he's mortal? Or better yet, explore the emotional consequences of that gap in an honest way. Tropes like this can tell us a lot about power and vulnerability, and leaning into those themes can add emotional depth instead of just defaulting to cliche. Remember that age is less about numbers and more about life experience, maturity, and the trust that it takes to bridge that wide gap. Exploring these nuances can transform this trope from predictable to powerful. Now, on to the toxic hero or obsessive love interest. You know who I mean. Brooding, possessive, touch her and die kind of guys. It's tempting because they're dramatic and intense, but toxic doesn't equal romantic. So if you're writing this trope, try to give your hero life and goals outside of their love interest. Show vulnerability, self-awareness, and most importantly, growth. That way, the tension builds in a way that's thrilling and believable without glorifying control or abuse. Showing how a character addresses their flaws and becomes a better partner makes their love story feel earned and meaningful instead of just a flashing red light. Next, let's talk about the not like other girls heroine, okay? This trope sets up your heroine by knocking down other women, which is not cool. So it can make your lead feel lonely and unrealistic instead of complex and relatable. So if you're writing this trope, look for a way to add dimension. Let your heroine have fears, flaws, and, dare I say, friendships. Real people are messy, and readers love it when characters feel honest and human. Creating a network of relationships beyond competition turns your heroine into a three-dimensional person, which makes her victory so much sweeter. And we can't skip Insta-Love or Insta-Lust when we're talking about tropes. Attraction at first sight that instantly jumps to, hey baby, I'm yours. Sure, it's swoon-worthy and exciting, but it sometimes cheats the reader of a deeper emotional payoff. Love that grows over time with hesitation and discovery, that has long-term power. So if you're writing this trope, build out those quiet moments in between scenes where trust grows and tension simmers. That slow burn is really the thing that hooks readers. Taking your time with emotional connection invites readers to root for your couple. It makes every spark and touch feel that much more meaningful. All right, now it is time for the final controversial trope. What is it? It's fae. Yep, fae and fairies, especially if they come with a royal title. Look, I don't care how you spell it, A-E-I-E with a Y, it usually ends up being the same thing. Ridiculously attractive humans with just a vague mention of magic. It's like somebody said, let's make humans, but sexier and with glitter. So if you're writing this trope, ask yourself, does your fae really bring something unique beyond just pretty and mysterious? Because your story deserves more than glorified extras at a fantasy fashion show. Give your fae culture, quirks, real powers, something that makes them memorable and meaningful, not just sparkle and smolder. Your readers and your story will thank you for it. Now that I've defiled all of your favorite tropes, let's lighten the mood a little. Comment below with your favorite guilty pleasure trope. I admit mine is a good old-fashioned kidnapping. Yep, don't judge me. Remember, tropes are not the villain. They are tools to strengthen your story. But if you're feeling a little defeated after this video, it's okay, I've got you. Check out this video next, where I'll walk you through tropes that really resonate with fantasy romance readers and why they're so beloved, plus examples of each one.